Good morning, my dear friends. So today I have another what I eat in a day video. So I'm doing a voiceover today because a lot of people requested this, so there you go. And for breakfast I had a piece of this fabulous raw vegan cake, which was delicious. And for this cake, for the first layer I used some dates. And now I just cut dates because it will be easier to blend these, to mix these in my blender. And then of course I apply everything in my blender, and I use also some cashew nuts, but you can use any kind of nuts, almonds, I don't know, hazelnuts, whatever you want. And then you just mix everything together until you get that quite thicky, sticky consistency, and you just apply everything in your cake form. And for the next layer I used banana and some coconut milk. I used like 1 tablespoon of coconut milk, and of course I put everything again in my blender. And this time for this layer I also used like 1 tablespoon of matcha green tea, because I really like the flavor and I wanted this like greenish type of color, and it is delicious, so yeah, I decided to use it today. And then I just mix everything in my blender, and I apply this consistency on top of my dates and cashew layer, and on top I will apply just some raspberries, but you can use any kind of fruits, or I don't know, strawberries, peaches, whatever you want. And I will put this in the freezer for like 10 minutes. Okie dokie, so for the next layer I used some soaked overnight cashew nuts. I really suggest you soak your nuts because you will get a very smooth consistency, creamy consistency. And also I used some melted coconut oil and some soy and rice milk, like 20 mils, 30 mils, something like this. And I again mix everything together until I get that very creamy consistency. And of course I apply this on top, and again I will put this in the freezer for like maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like this. Okay, now for the last layer I use some soy and rice milk. It says drink, but it's basically like a soy and rice milk. Really like this one because it does not contain any kind of you know, extra sugar, because usually they like to add some cane sugar or something like this, and I'm not a fan. So you know, I boil this and then I add some raspberries, because I want this to have that really nice reddish pinkish type of color, and I want the raspberry flavor. And also in another pan I mix some water with some agar powder. And agar is basically like gelatin, it's like a vegetal gelatin thing, and then I mix everything together. And yeah, you get this kind of consistency. And then I just put this on top, and I put this in the freezer overnight, or minimum for like 5 hours, I would say. And yeah, in the morning I will have this awesome cake. And usually I like to eat like a piece of cake per day, because you know, you get quite a lot of calories and you get a lot of fats here, because of the coconut oil, because of the coconut milk, nuts, dates. You get quite a lot of stuff, so I would say 1 piece per day is enough. And it's quite filling and it's delicious, so yeah. And also it looks good. I really like how this looks. Okay, now moving on to lunch. For lunch I had some Brussels sprouts, some mushrooms, and hummus. So for hummus, you basically need some chickpeas. Again, I like to soak my chickpeas for like 3-4 hours, because this way it will be easier for me to boil these. And then of course I take some Brussels sprouts and I cut these in half, and I take my mushrooms and again I cut these, and I like to put some salt on top, and I put these in the oven for like 25 minutes. So I bake these for like 25-30 minutes, something like this. And going back to my hummus, after my chickpeas are boiled, I put these in the blender, and then I add some tahini paste, and then of course I add some lime juice. I squeeze like half lime, and I mix everything until again I get that nice smooth consistency. And after that I just take my mushrooms, my Brussels sprouts, and I put everything on a plate, and yeah, it was delicious. I really like this, and it looks also amazing. I don't know if it's my camera or what, but it looks amazing here. And it is delicious, of course. And for dinner I just had a big salad, and for this one I used some lentils, and you basically just boil these for like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And of course I added some green stuff, some veggies, tomatoes, spring onion, avocado, some salt, you know, stuff like this. And yeah, there you have it. Really nice salad, spring salad. And that's all. This is everything I wanted to show you today. I'm thinking about filming a video in which I will talk about, you know, food, about what I eat, about what I think about, you know, food in general. But I think I will include this in my Let's Talk or Easy Talk video that I will film very soon. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye. Bye.